Over 60? This forgotten tea may heal. What pills couldn't? Have you ever taken your morning pills and still felt sick? You follow the rules, you take your medications, but somehow your body still whispers, "I'm not okay." Every week, you refill prescriptions, but no one refills your energy, your clarity, your joy. What if the thing you really need wasn't another pill, but something simpler, gentler, older than any pharmacy? Today, we're going to explore a tea so powerful, some people believe it works better than medicine, a tea that's been healing bodies for generations, quietly, without side effects, without warning labels, and without the backing of billion-dollar drug companies. Why isn't anyone talking about it? Why is something this healing, this forgotten? If you're over 60 and tired of feeling tired, pull up a chair. This isn't just another health tip, it's an invitation to rediscover what your body can do when you give it what it truly needs. And if you find even a little hope here, please let us know where you're watching from in the comments. We'd love to hear your story, because your journey matters. Let's start it with the tea they don't want you to know about. You might be wondering, what is this tea that's so healing, yet so hidden? Let's start with the name, Moringa. Some call it the miracle tree. Others call it nature's multivitamin. But to millions of people in India, Africa, and Southeast Asia, it's just tea, a daily ritual, a quiet healer, a gift from the soil. And here's what might surprise you. In 2008, the National Institute of Health named Moringa the plant of the year for its potential to prevent and treat over 300 diseases. Yes, you heard that right, 300. Moringa leaves are packed with 7 times more vitamin C than oranges, 15 times more potassium than bananas, 25 times more iron than spinach, plus calcium, magnesium, amino acids, and antioxidants like quercetin and chlorogenic acid. But the most powerful thing, it helps your body where it's struggling most: inflammation, oxidative stress, and immune fatigue. These aren't just buzzwords. They're the silent roots behind heart disease, diabetes, brain fog, high blood pressure, and even fatigue. And what's fascinating is this. In a study published in Frontiers in Pharmacology, 2020, Moringa leaf extract significantly reduced markers of chronic inflammation in adults over 60 without a single adverse effect. No dizziness, no drowsiness, just a natural rebalancing of the immune response. So why haven't you heard about this? Because Moringa can't be patented. You can grow it in your backyard, and no pharmaceutical company can make billions selling you something you could get from a local health store or from the earth itself. But this isn't just a conspiracy theory. It's a quiet reality. Nature often provides what the market can't sell. And unless you dig deeper, you'll never hear about it. Moringa doesn't shout, it whispers. It doesn't promise miracles. It supports healing. And perhaps that's why it's so powerful, because it works with your body, not against it. So, what exactly can it do for people over 60? That's what we'll uncover next. Because if you're living with high blood pressure, stiff joints, or slow digestion, you might find that this tea isn't just a drink. It's a turning point. So why seniors are the ones who benefit the most? In the last section, we discovered the incredible healing potential of Moringa, a tea that's been quietly supporting human health for generations. But here's what most people overlook. This tea doesn't help everyone equally. It helps seniors the most. Let's talk about why. After age 60, your body changes in ways that are easy to ignore at first, but impossible to deny later. You get tired more easily. You don't bounce back as quickly. You might notice swelling in your ankles, stiffness in your hands, or trouble remembering a name. It's tempting to blame just aging, but in truth, many of these symptoms are signs of something deeper: chronic low-grade inflammation, oxidative stress, weakened detox pathways in the liver and kidneys, slower metabolism and immune fatigue. And Moringa touches every one of those. The science is clear. A 2019 study in the Journal of Food Science and Nutrition found that older adults who consumed moringa leaf powder daily saw a 28% reduction in C-reactive protein, CRP, a key marker of inflammation, after just 3 weeks. Another study in Nutrients, 2020, found that moringa helped normalize blood sugar levels in participants over 55 with no adverse side effects. And a 2018 report from the Asian Pacific Journal of Tropical Medicine showed that moringa increased levels of glutathione, the body's master antioxidant, by over 34%, boosting the liver's ability to detoxify and the brain's ability to stay clear. That means fewer toxins, better memory, more energy, and less risk of heart disease, diabetes, or even cognitive decline. But this isn't just about numbers. It's about how you feel when you wake up. Do you rise with steadiness, or do you brace yourself before standing? Do you finish your day fulfilled, or exhausted by 2 p.m.? Moringa doesn't erase time, but it helps your body handle time with grace. It fills in the gaps where your body's defenses have grown thin, and unlike many medications, it doesn't just suppress symptoms, it nourishes systems. In a way, it gives seniors exactly what they deserve but rarely receive: gentle support, without added burden. But drinking moringa alone, while powerful, is only one part of the story. What happens when you combine it with other healing plants like ginger, turmeric, or cinnamon? What if you created a daily tea ritual that didn't just reduce pain, but helped restore vitality? That's what we'll explore next. Because now that we know who this tea helps most, it's time to discover how to make it even more effective. Let's find out how it helps with 5 silent killers after 60. Now that we know seniors benefit most from moringa, let's dig deeper. Because here's the hard truth: most people over 60 aren't battling just one issue, they're battling 5. 5 conditions that often go unnoticed until it's almost too late. They're called the silent killers, and for good reason. Let's walk through them, one by one, and how moringa supports each. 1. High blood pressure, hypertension. Over 70% of adults over 60 in the U.S. have elevated blood pressure, yet many don't even feel it. Left untreated, it quietly damages arteries, heart, and brain. Moringa's effect. A study in Phytotherapy Research 2016 found that daily moringa extract significantly lowered both systolic and diastolic blood pressure in adults, thanks to natural compounds like isothiocyanates and quercetin, which relax blood vessels and reduce oxidative stress. This means less pressure on your heart and on your life. 2. Type 2 diabetes. Roughly 1 in 4 seniors in America has diabetes, and many more are pre-diabetic. Blood sugar spikes damage organs slowly and silently. Moringa helps stabilize sugar levels. A study in Journal of Ethnopharmacology, 2014, showed that moringa lowered fasting blood glucose by up to 28% in just 4 weeks. Its high fiber and chlorogenic acid slow sugar absorption, acting like a natural glucose guard. The result? More balance, fewer crashes, less insulin dependence. 3. Chronic inflammation. Inflammation is the root of joint pain, fatigue, even cancer. But here's the kicker: it often doesn't hurt until the damage is done. Moringa contains over 46 types of antioxidants. Its anti-inflammatory power has been compared to NSAIDs, but without the side effects. A 2021 study in Clinical Phytoscience confirmed moringa significantly reduced inflammatory markers TNF-alpha and IL-6 in older adults. When your body calms down, healing can finally begin. 4. Cognitive decline and memory loss. After 60, nearly everyone notices some form of forgetfulness, but it doesn't have to become dementia. Moringa's vitamin C, beta-carotene, and polyphenols protect brain cells from oxidative damage. Animal Studies in Neuroscience Letters, 2013, showed improved memory and learning in subjects given moringa extract, possibly due to enhanced acetylcholine function. a key neurotransmitter in memory. In simple terms, moringa doesn't just feed the brain, it shields it. 5. Liver toxicity and poor detoxification. The liver is your body's natural filter, but it slows with age and medication use. Fatigue, skin issues, digestive problems, all can be signs of liver overload. Moringa increases levels of glutathione, a critical detox enzyme. A 2018 report from Food and Chemical Toxicology confirmed that moringa restored liver function in patients with early-stage fatty liver disease. Translation: your body gets better at clearing out what no longer serves it. These 5 conditions, though silent, steal strength, clarity, and joy from aging adults every day. But with moringa, you're not just defending against disease. You're supporting your whole system, gently, naturally, and consistently. And here's the good news. You don't need a full cabinet of pills to fight back. Sometimes, all it takes is a cup. Here is one man's story, from 7 pills a day to a teacup of freedom. Sometimes, the best way to understand the power of something is to see what it does to a real life. Let me tell you about George. He's 67, retired, former postal worker, lives in Ohio with his wife of 43 years, and until last year, he took 7 prescription pills every single day. 2 for blood pressure, 1 for cholesterol, 1 for joint pain, 2 for diabetes, and 1 for sleep. They told me I was managing it well, George says, but it didn't feel like management. It felt like surrender. A small change with big results. George's daughter, a nurse in Vermont, sent him a bag of organic moringa leaf tea for his birthday. "Dad," she said, "just try it for a month. No pressure, just once a day, in the morning." He didn't expect much, but 3 weeks in, he noticed something strange. His hands stopped throbbing at night. His blood sugar readings became more stable, his sleep less restless. After 2 months, his doctor said something even more surprising. "Your inflammation markers are the lowest I've seen in 2 years." His A1C had dropped by 0.7 points, putting him closer to pre-diabetic levels. His CRP, a marker of inflammation, had decreased by over 30%. And George? He was walking more, laughing more, waking up without that weight in his chest. "It's like I'd been surviving for years, but now I feel like I'm living again." What made the difference? Was it magic? No. It was moringa, plus something else we often overlook: consistency and care. George didn't stop taking all his medications overnight. He simply added something natural to support his body, not fight it. According to the Harvard Health Letter 2020, up to 30% of prescriptions taken by seniors can be reduced or adjusted with lifestyle changes, especially anti-inflammatories and blood pressure meds. But those changes rarely begin with fear. They begin with hope and a small daily ritual, like a teacup. Why George's story matters? George is not an exception. He's a reminder that no matter how many pills are in your drawer, your body still wants to heal, your cells still respond to kindness, and your life isn't over just because your knees hurt or your sugar's high. Moringa didn't save George's life, but it gave him back something precious: his sense of power, the ability to choose what goes into his body, and the joy of knowing it's helping, not harming. George's journey began with 1 tea. You can be like George too if you use tea properly. Next is how to brew it right, timing, combinations, and warnings. By now, you've seen how moringa can quietly turn lives around, but as with all things in nature, how you use it matters. George's story worked because he was consistent, thoughtful, and didn't expect a miracle overnight. So let's break down how you can get the most from your moringa tea safely, naturally, and with confidence. 1. Best time to drink. Moringa tea, timing is everything. For most people, the morning is ideal. Why? Because moringa contains nutrients that gently boost energy and clarity without caffeine. Unlike coffee, it won't give you jitters, but it can support alertness and metabolism for the day ahead. A study from the International Journal of Food Science 2018 confirmed that moringa's polyphenols improve glucose metabolism when consumed on an empty stomach in the morning. Tip: drink moringa tea 20 to 30 minutes before breakfast to maximize absorption. 2. How to prepare it correctly. You don't need fancy equipment, just hot water and dried moringa leaves, or tea bags. Basic recipe: 1 to 2 teaspoons of dried moringa leaves, 8 to 10 ounces of hot, not boiling water. Steep for 5 to 7 minutes. Optional, add lemon, cinnamon, or raw honey for taste and extra benefits. Do not boil moringa directly. High heat can reduce the potency of antioxidants. Pro tip: use a ceramic or glass cup. Metal can interfere with some herbal compounds over time. 3. Healing combinations that work. What happens when you combine moringa with other time-tested herbs? You create a synergistic effect where 1 + 1 = 3. Here are a few healing blends to try. Moringa plus ginger supports digestion, reduces nausea, and strengthens the immune system. Great for after meals or during flu season. Moringa plus turmeric with black pepper, powerful anti-inflammatory blend. Piperine and black pepper boosts curcumin absorption by 2,000%, Journal of Pharmacology, 1998. Excellent for joint pain and brain health. Moringa plus cinnamon helps regulate blood sugar and warms the body. Ideal for diabetics and those with sluggish circulation. Moringa plus chamomile before bed calms the nervous system and promotes deeper sleep. The iron in moringa helps offset chamomile's mild sedative properties. Rotate blends depending on your body's needs, time of day, or season. 4. Who should be cautious? Moringa is generally safe for most people, but always consult your doctor first, especially if you take blood-thinning medications. Moringa may enhance clotting time. Are on diabetes meds, risk of blood sugar dropping too low. Are pregnant or breastfeeding, some parts of the moringa plant may not be safe. Have autoimmune conditions, it stimulates the immune system. Also, avoid taking moringa right before or after pharmaceutical medications. Wait at least 1 hour to avoid interaction. Why this matters? This isn't just about boiling leaves, it's about creating a ritual of care, one that empowers your body to heal and age with dignity. Because healing isn't just about what you stop doing, it's about what you start doing, consistently, lovingly, and with trust. You're not drinking tea, you're rebuilding trust with your body, one sip at a time. Now that you know how to brew moringa right, let's pause for a moment. Because some people rush into natural healing expecting a magic bullet, but there's something even more powerful than speed: patience, rhythm, respect for how the body heals. In the next section, we'll talk about why this isn't a magic cure, and that's a good thing. Let's be honest, we live in a world obsessed with quick fixes. We want the pain gone by tonight, the numbers better by next week, the energy back, instantly. So when we hear about something like moringa, our brains jump to hope. Maybe this is the thing. Maybe it will fix everything. But here's a truth we don't say often enough. Real healing doesn't work like that. And actually, that's a good thing. Healing takes time because you matter. Think about this. It takes a baby 9 months to form, a tree years to bear fruit, and your body, it has been working non-stop for 60+ years. If it's tired, it's not broken. It's asking for rest, for support, not punishment, not pressure, just consistency. According to a 2021 meta-analysis published in Nutrients, it takes at least 8 to 12 weeks of consistent use for most herbal adaptogens like moringa to show full systemic effects. That means less inflammation, better blood sugar regulation, improved detoxification, more stable energy, but only when taken daily, with care and patience. The problem with the pill mindset: modern medicine is powerful, yes, but it often conditions us to expect results now, or we assume it's not working. We take something Monday, expect to feel better by Tuesday, and toss it by Friday if we don't. But plants don't work like that. They're whispers, not sirens. They rebuild from the inside, not mask from the outside. Moringa isn't an emergency room solution. It's a daily ally, the quiet kind that strengthens you one cup at a time. Herbs speak in weeks, not hours. As herbalist Rosemary Gladstar once said, and that's good, because the results last longer. Slower healing. Deeper healing. There's a reason people around the world have used herbs for generations, not for instant gratification, but for lasting balance. And science backs this up. A 2020 study in Journal of Inflammation Research found that patients with chronic joint inflammation who used herbal support for 12 weeks saw greater long-term pain reduction than those relying on over-the-counter meds alone. Why? Because herbal healing works with your body, not against it. It builds resilience, not just relief. Let's redefine working. Next time you ask, is it working? Try asking, am I sleeping better? Is my digestion more regular? Do I feel a little lighter in the morning? These quiet improvements are signs of deep healing, not side effects, but side benefits. The goal isn't perfection, it's progress. The aim isn't instant change, it's gradual freedom. So if you've been waiting for a miracle in a cup, you're not wrong to hope. But maybe the miracle isn't what you drink. It's that you're showing up for yourself at all. In our final section, we'll bring everything together. We'll explore how to make this a part of your life, not just a 7-day trend, and why a simple tea ritual could become the most powerful act of self-respect you've ever chosen. So, a simple cup, a daily anchor. Moringa isn't a miracle, it's a quiet companion. A way to care for yourself, one sip at a time. Across cultures, tea is more than a drink. It's a pause, a breath, a way back to yourself. Studies show that even a 10-minute daily ritual like tea can improve sleep, calm the nervous system, and boost emotional strength in seniors. You don't need a forest or a routine you can't keep, just a warm cup and a few quiet moments, morning or night. This small ritual says, you still matter. You're still here. And healing is still possible. Maybe it's not about the tea at all. Maybe it's about who you become when you choose to care, gently, consistently, and without apology. In our final chapter, we'll reflect on that and remind you of something important. You are still powerful. You are still loved. And your best days are not behind you. Seniors, you are still powerful. So now you know the truth. Moringa isn't magic. It's nourishment. It doesn't work overnight, but it works over time, quietly, steadily, faithfully. And maybe that's the medicine we've been missing all along. Not just herbs, but the message they carry. You are still worth taking care of. You've lived through decades of change, loss, love, and resilience. Your story isn't over, and your body, even with its aches and slowing steps, is still listening, still capable, still trying. And when you choose to show up each morning with a simple cup of tea, you're not just caring for your body, you're sending a message to every part of you that's ever felt tired, dismissed, or forgotten. I'm here, I matter, and I'm still in this. So take a breath, take a sip, and take back your power, gently, naturally, and in your own time. If this message resonated with you, please comment below and share your journey. Let us know where you're watching from. You never know, your story might be the encouragement someone else is waiting for. And if you'd like more videos that nourish your body and your spirit, we invite you to subscribe. You are not alone, and this is only the beginning.